The Federal High Court directs federal government and Nnamdi Kanu to pursue reconciliation. Good afternoon, everyone. As we all know, I know that a lot of persons are not aware of this. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has adjourned the case of Nnamdi Kanu to 24th day of September 2024. We are in the month of June. July, August, September. That is 3 months, next 3 months. But there is a reason to that. So, in adjourning this case, the Federal High Court Judge, Binta Murtala-Nyako, told the federal government lawyer to go and pursue peace with Nnamdi Kanu, and also told the lead counsel to Nnamdi Kanu as well. And the lawyer to the federal government did not object it. He said there is no problem about that. And Aloy Ejimakor as well did not object it. Aloy Ejimakor said there is no problem to that because it's a constitutional thing that Federal High Court can initiate a peace process. However, I think you should know without anyone telling you the reason why the court is initiating peace between the federal government and Nnamdi Kanu.
Today, are you seeking an out-of-court settlement with the federal government?
It's them that is holding me. They should tell me what they want to do with me.
No, it's a direct question.
Yes.
Sir, are you seeking an out-of-court settlement with the federal government?
I can't say what I didn't initiate. They are the ones that kidnapped me and brought me here. So it's whatever they say that will happen.
But your lawyer is trying to move Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act,
yes,
which calls for negotiation. Are you in line with that?
I reminded the judge of powers.
I think it's the judge's powers. I don't think it's within his powers. It's for the judge to decide.
Okay, so would you want the judge to decide that?
Yes. It is up to her discretion to do that.
Okay, but now she has sent you to the AGF. So how would you explore that particular position of the court?
Well, the prosecutor who is prosecuting by fiat is not opposed to that. He too said we can go to AGF, and we are saying AGF can also come to us. That's correct. So that means they are open to the prospects of reconciliation. That's what the law says.
Okay. He's actually quoting the law, what the law says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not me.
Thank you very much, sir.
The Federal High Court directs federal government and Nnamdi Kanu to pursue reconciliation. Today, invoking his power under Section 17 of the Federal High Court, Justice Binta Murtala-Nyako directed the Attorney General of the Federation and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to explore the prospects of reconciliation or political solution in the ongoing trial of Nnamdi Kanu. Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act provides that in any proceedings in the courts may promote reconciliation among the parties thereto and encourage and facilitate the amicable settlement thereof. Responding, the private prosecutor representing the federal government, Ademoyega Awomolo, senior advocate of Nigeria, told the court that he has no objection to political settlement or solution of the case, but Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer should also discuss it directly with the Attorney General of the Federation. In the same vein, Kanu's lead counsel Ejimakor expressed no objection to political settlement. The case was then adjourned to further hearing to 24th day of September 2024. Let's talk. First of all, I want to say this categorically clear, that as many people who are fans of Nnamdi Kanu, who are supporting Nnamdi Kanu, you should not worry about Nnamdi Kanu's detention, but keep supporting him. Because Nnamdi Kanu, who is in this position, is not even worried about anything. He's not even angry because he's in detention. All he knows is that the cause that he's fighting for will surely come to pass. This is what I know. So I don't really want so many people to feel bad or to react to their emotions and so on and so forth. So many people have been feeling so bad, thinking that what is going on is unbearable to Nnamdi Kanu and so on and so forth. Don't think about that, man. You know, freedom is not easy. Fighting for freedom is not easy. Darkness of fighting a nation for you to be able to succeed out of that country. And not that we have, flexible political constitution and leadership. If it is some countries that have good government, what Nnamdi Kanu is requesting is not a hard thing to offer. It's all about, going to the National Assembly and make constitution flexible and have a referendum. Because I used to tell people this. Nigeria doesn't want the blood of anyone. A lot of persons has been killed to secure the border that the Britain brought to Nigeria, the Britain brought to other African countries. So we are killing people to secure these borders. And in the process of killing people to secure these borders, our people are dying. So many things are going on our country. Look at insecurity. So what is the essence of protecting this border for us to be one? Absolutely nonsense There is no need to protect this border for it to be one. It is not providing food on our tables. Everything is going high. The cost of goods and services. I could remember then when they used to sell car 2,000 naira, 7,000, 5,000, Volkswagen 3,000. Then what went wrong? That is the question we are supposed to be asking today. Not about fighting Nnamdi Kanu because he wants to secede. The way the federal government reacted to this request of IPOB or the Nnamdi Kanu, that caused everything we are seeing today. And it is obviously clear that Nnamdi Kanu is not the person who is causing this insecurity, because holding him has proved that he is not. If maybe when they arrested Nnamdi Kanu and everything stopped, insecurity stopped, they could have said, oh, you are the one. How can you prove it? Nnamdi Kanu has never carried weapon and so on and so forth. You see? So people thought that in the court of law, when you speak and tell them, defend yourself against the soldiers, and tomorrow they kill soldier, meaning you are the one. No. You must prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. It doesn't work like that. So I really like the way Binta Nyako initiated, reconciliation between them, of which I know without Binta Nyako, someone must have told her to do that, because as it stands now, the heat everybody from around the country is putting on federal government and Tinubu is getting high. So there is no option for them to go for this reconciliation, and I think that would be better for everyone.
One major priority area in the Southeast, which I think will cool off a great deal of nerves, is for us to bring out Kanu, that gentleman. Pull him out. Stop this incarceration. I know some of his pronouncements or maybe lines of actions and so on were offensive to the Nigerian state, and there was a need maybe to take certain actions. But you see, the Nigeria itself is a family. That's my picture of Nigeria. When parts of the family feel offended, as a father, as parents, you sit the gentleman down, you sit the child down, and try to find out what are the problems. How do I help you? You don't like the Christmas shoe we bought for you? Okay, we'll get you a new one. Would that solve the problem? You don't like this meal? Can we fix another meal for you? Can we start talking with Kanu? Can we start talking with ipob? Can we start talking with other groups? I think a conversation with some of these teams would go a long way in addressing the problem. We mustn't at all times apply the stick. Bring in some carrot at times. And let's see a carrot and stick diplomacy at play. Okay? We can do that. And I think if we do that, the Southeast, the situation in the Southeast will be highly doused, frankly speaking. Okay. All right? Further incarceration only make him more and more relevant, only heightened the heroship over him. He is a hero now, whether we want to accept it or not. And we made him the hero.
All right.
We have made him a hero in the Southeast. If he comes out now, he's wise. He can contest for governorship in any of the states. Nobody will be asking whether he's from that state in the Southeast.
So please consider the insecurity in the entire Southeast. And see, as a result of the insecurities as a result of the prolonged detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and see a way of releasing him so as to restore peace in the entire Southeast. That is the amendment I want to add. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, dear colleagues.
I think what the intention of Honorable Ginger was to find an amicable way of resolving the issue with regards to Nnamdi Kanu, and maybe urge, I think it should be amended to read, urge Mr. President to use any other diplomatic or political approach, granted that this is before the court, to find a lasting solution on this issue, because some of us who are from Southeast, we know where the shoe is pinching us, and we know what you can take out of it, and there will be a healthy security situation in the Southeast. So I urge that the amendment will be to urge Mr. President to use political intervention, diplomatic intervention, asking for his mercy to release Nnamdi Kanu, to enable that zone to find a lasting peace. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity.
Longer Nnamdi Kanu remain in prison, the more the cause he is fighting for is being flourished by his own detention. Tinubu is a president that came from the trenches. He is one of those who fought for democracy and freedom. And I believe, if not for the fact that he went to exile, he could have ended up in prison with us in the 90s. Then someone of his own stature cannot be lectured about democracy or human rights, because we are all in the trenches fighting. So my expectation is that the problem cannot be solved by keeping the leader of the struggle perpetually in prison. You don't solve the problem. You can only solve the problem if you discuss the problem.
I put the question to the governor during our media chat. I said, can you say with finality that the sit-at-home syndrome has been defeated? The governor initially didn't answer the question, and I put it back to him. I said, I asked you a definitive question, sir. Can you say with finality that the sit-at-home syndrome has been defeated, especially in the hinterland? Again, he tried to show me that, yes, progress has been made. Didn't you see people moving around? So I was worried because the Biafra Day celebration is a day like no other. But where a group that has been proscribed is telling people to go on holiday, the question you ask is, where did it derive that legitimacy from?
Yeah.
To tell people, no, today don't go out. We are celebrating, we are remembering our fallen heroes and all that. To make matters worse in this matter,